everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Today, we are going to be discussing more Get My KPI, of course. Now, congratulations to all the beta subscribers. We're at like 10 subscribers now, and it means the world to us that such an idea could turn into what we're seeing, and we'd have action takers on it. Nothing more. Don't love anything more than action takers. We love action takers. Okay? Action takers get rewarded. And so today, we're going to discuss about the follow-up tracker as well as the age tool that we're going to be implementing into Get My KPI. Now, we are focused back to the agent experience. Originally, Get My KPI came to be because I wanted to train and audit my agents in the best possible way. Okay? And surely this tool is already giving me that ability, and that ability with agents that aren't even mine. Okay, I have no incentive. I get no money from the agents closing deals on this, through the agents that I have on here. Okay, no incentive whatsoever. So for me to audit them or help scale their business, help them understand things, answer their questions, really, I don't really have to. Okay, but the well-being of everybody in that office, it's not just here to run it up on a monthly subscription on you guys. Okay, I'm actually here to provide real value for you guys so that you can take this on your endeavors as you move forward. Okay, I get a little frustrated because my leadership, especially recently, I wanted to team up with them. I wanted to work with them. I wanted to provide real value to our agents. And, after 9 months of being ignored, not taken seriously, and just flat out just not taken seriously, I mean, I have the utmost fire lit up under my ass right now to try to prove everybody, well, one, wrong, to anyone that's doubted me, prove them wrong, because I think this is really valuable, and we could crush with agent auditing, training, with a tool like this. I think we would also build better rapport, better trust with our agents, because now we're giving them real life scenarios, real world data, and also the transparency side of it. I mean, I can't tell you how many times in my last leadership, how many times I've been lied to, how many times that things have been, said one way but really went the other way. And still to this day, I mean, it's honestly unbelievable. It blows my mind how people think they can build real long lasting relationships by lying to their agents or hiding things. But what can you do? The only thing that you can do is be better. Just be better. And that's where my focus is. And that's why we're doing all this content, all this education, all this informing. We do just that. And I don't have to do it. We can do it on your own time. You guys don't have to come and watch these videos. You guys don't have to come and do this stuff, right? I'm making it available so that you guys can do it on your own time. And we can learn together. We can grow together without me stepping into your busy day and without you stepping into my busy day. Okay? So the follow-up tracker. What's great about the follow-up tracker is that, I mean, I can't tell you how many times people are getting, especially with the, my influence, I'm hearing about people getting on about a follow-up tracker. I don't remember much training, education, resources, tools on a follow-up tracker brought down from our leaders. So to expect what we don't inspect, to me, is a little silly to be on your agents about a follow-up tracker when you're not even using it, training it, offering it to the agents, right? You're just waiting for them to figure it out on their own without anything. So don't be upset with your agents if they're not picking it up correctly or not doing it well. There's no reason to be upset. Okay, you should take, as a leader, 100% responsibility for the well-being of your agents. And if you have a leader that doesn't take full 100% responsibility for the agents, then don't get too worked. I don't think you should get too worked up about what they have to say or what they have, or what, anything. Honestly, do what you got. You're self-employed. You don't need these people. You're obviously paying these people, though. Let me tell you, every deal you get in, they're getting paid. Okay, so make sure, the people that you're paying are the people that, really want you to win, really want you to do well. The follow-up tracker is going to help not only measure your key performing indicators, okay, so you don't have to manually do it, but it's also going to give you insight or place to store all your data for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months to a year from now. Okay, imagine you have a follow-up tracker that over the course of time lets you know when leads are getting colder, when you have a presentation that said follow up in 6 months. You put in the 6 months, and then in 6 months it tells you to check up with them. All right, it's all going to be here in this dashboard. Now, what's awesome for the leaders who implement this system, okay, because we're building an auditable tool, right? This tool is for the leaders and the agents to work seamlessly together. The follow-up tracker. So a couple things here. Okay, so the follow-up tracker will be cool because my agents who implement their follow-ups using Get My KPI, I'm going to have the leader of the team is going to have a arcing view of those follow-ups. Okay, so if the agent is filling out their follow-up tracker, the information will be visible for the team leader. And the team leader will be able to audit your hot deals, your cold deals, your stale deals. We'll be able to see, if you're struggling or where in the sales process are you not following up, okay? Also, for the people that do sign up and buy leads and gather leads and put data into the Get My KPI, how much money are you guys losing through the loss of your data or your agent's data? Okay, so for example, I'm just letting you guys know the problems that I had as a leader, and I'm very new, right? I'm not the best leader. I'm not even the best agent in there, okay? But I'm a hard worker. I understand sales. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm trying and building all these cool things just to help my business out. Okay, I don't need to offer help you guys, but this effort has solely been to help my effort out as a leader and as an agent, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm sticking around for the next 5-10 years, okay? And I'm going to talk about time preference too and how that plays into all this. If you're not sure what time preference is, it's a big term, or not a big term, but a term I learned actually studying Bitcoin. And you're going to see how Bitcoin plays into all this here coming into the future too. Real world value, real world results. Okay, that's all I'm focused on. So the follow-up tracker, my agents have certainly purchased leads, gathered leads, bought it on NextGen, bought it on Marketplace. Okay, now I don't know what they're doing with their data. I know what I'm doing with my data, and it's not even that organized. This is why we're building this. Okay, the follow-up tracker, should you lose an agent as a leader? Okay, I'm talking to the leaders here. Should you lose an agent, all their leads and all their follow-ups and all their data will get routed back to you. Okay, so you'll be able to see the hot follow-ups if the agent's doing it right. You'll be able to see the warm follow-ups. You'll be able to see the cold follow-ups. You'll be able to see if they've been presented to, or if they've been just discovered, or if they submitted an application, or if they're waiting on an application for submit, right? We'll see which part of the stage we got them to, okay? Secondly, as a leader, you'll be able to audit your agent's follow-ups every single week. You'll be like, hey, Jeremiah, did you follow up with this person? Did you follow up with this person? Did you follow up with this person? Where are you at with this person? You don't have to go and ask the agent how their deals are doing or how their week is going. You will have all the information here in the tracker. Okay, so think about all the time you will save by not having to ask your agents what truth is, not having to ask it. You just come in here and you just go up in there and ask them, where are we at with this deal? Where are we at with this deal? You'll be way more proactive. And most of you guys don't even want to talk to your agent. Okay, you need to work. I understand that. You have to put deals in. And if you're talking to the agents, you're not talking to clients. Okay? So one, think about the money, time that you'll save by being able to track not only your follow-ups, but your agent's follow-ups, and you'll be able to have long-term view as to how far in the process you got. Because what if a lead calls you 6 months from now, you match the phone number, you get the call, you match the phone number, get my KPI, and a lead is calling you from 6 months ago that you spoke to, you don't have any recollection of that conversation, but you can go back into your follow-up tracker. You'll see where in the deal you got done. Did they complete the presentation? Did they complete the discovery? How far did you get? We want to add a transcription ability to this too, where your calls are automatically transcribed and summarized using AI and thrown into the follow-up tracker. Okay, and we're going to have an overarching view, especially as a leader, to view those follow-ups for all his teams, agents, or for his whole team. And if people are falling off or if people get sick, the team can come in and save deals or get deals done, because they're not doing it 1v1 anymore. Whoever's on Get My KPI, this is going to be a real team setting. Okay, so your leader will now have the ability to see where you were at in the deal cycles with individual clients, should the person be tracking this correctly. And what's great about this is it's not an Excel sheet, so we don't have to worry about aggregating everybody's data into one Excel sheet And we can also talk to the applications. You can't take your Excel sheet and have it talk to VanillaSoft. You can't take your application and have it talk to only sales, okay? Or your Excel sheet and have it talk to only sales. This will be able to. It's coming down the line. We need more capital resources and market feedback, and we need more users before we get down those lines. But like I said, I'm still going to build this for my team because I have every intention of scaling a team for the next 5 to 10 years, okay? So back to the follow-up tracker, not only will we be able to manage your team's follow-ups, but also when a team member leaves, okay, the team member that you put thousands of dollars into up and leaves, into their business, their leads, their text messages, okay, all those leads will then get routed back to the leader, okay? We'll see, if it has to be, we're working on this, but essentially if I have a lead, like an agent that comes in and they only work for 3 weeks, but they spent my money, they spent my time, right, to help them, now their leads are gone, right? Now the stages or the conversations that they had, they're all gone. Okay, so that means you'd have to redo everything, rebuild new connections, rebuild everything up from the ground up if you ever come across with their contacts, or they're losing to the competition. Okay, because they quit, which is fine. People quit. It is what it is. But how can we make the agent or the leader get their time, money, and energy back? Okay, because I know as a leader, I'm putting all this time and energy into the agents. They up and leave. I mean, it's cool. I'm a free will person. I think they should have the freedom to do whatever the hell it is that they want. But at the same time, I'm putting time and money into it. If I could recoup some of that back, I absolutely will. Or put a tool together so that we can. Okay. So now that the leader, leader has access to the follow-ups, has access to their data. And then, of course, if they end up quitting, all that data can get rerouted back under your name. Okay, so you could even go and check their follow-ups, and you can follow, hey, my agent just quit, but I understand you guys were talking about health insurance. Wanted to check in, make sure that you guys were situated. Okay. Now, with the aging tool, okay, and this is really for the agent. So leaders, you guys can get off. We're not talking about the leaders anymore. Now, simply, we're talking about the agents. Okay. Obviously, U.S. Health Advisors spends hundreds of thousands of dollars every single week into leads. Okay. And obviously every single person in there, I mean, you guys all know it. You purchase a marketplace lead for $5. So does Sally. Sally purchased the same marketplace lead for $20. And then there you had Ronald. He actually paid $40 for this lead. Okay. So we got 3 people that just put $100 up for 1 lead. Okay. Yes. Great for whoever's selling you the lead. Maybe it's great for you too, especially if one of you guys close that lead and you make $500, $600. What we're going to do with Get My KPI for the agent, okay, is now that we have a place to organize all of your data, okay, we can easily put that data into an agent component because it will measure anytime the lead gets imported. We'll be able to make aged lists based off your own data. Okay, so here's an import lead. You got 30 leads coming in from Marketplace, 30 leads coming in from NextGen. Obviously, those leads have been bought and sold to everybody. Okay, here you could take those leads. You don't have to keep track of when you bought them. You don't have to keep track of when you uploaded a list to them. Okay, Get My KPI will do that for you. So as I mentioned, there'll be a follow-up tracker button. We're also going to have an aged button. So when you click on the aged button, it'll tell you, would you like to pull a list of 60 days, 90 days, or 120 aged leads based off your data? And then you'll be able to put it in how big of a CSV you want it. Do you want 1,000 leads? Do you want 2,000 leads? Do you want 3,000 leads? Now, obviously, if you don't have all those leads, it's going to be, you're not going to be able to age them. But this tool, over the course of 6, 7, 8 months, if you're managing team members, if you're managing your follow-ups, if you're managing your data, you'll be able to do that with AI insights. Okay. And you'll be able to go up to your leader and be like, hey, I'm spending too much, or I need, what's going on here? What's going on here? And then because this is a measuring tool, okay, so let me talk about this real quick. So with the follow-up tracker, we're going to be able to measure touch points based on the funnel metrics. So once a person says, I'm interested, the funnel to close, we'll be able to measure. Now, what we also will be able to do is measure what it takes to get person to positive response, okay? And that will be coming down the line as well. Now, what's great about this is if we can add measurements to what we're doing in our outbound or inbound, right, the NextGen and Marketplace, we'll be able to connect something like this to Marketplace or Next Gen. We'll be able to pool campaign sources. We'll be able to see where those leads are coming from, and we could see how they get dispoed on a regular basis. And we'll see, percentage of leads coming from this campaign. 60% of them are dead leads. 60% of them are poor leads. 60% of them are dentals. 90% of them are dentals. All right. We'll be able to measure that. And I know in the office, they're talking about no longer getting fucked over by Next Gen, right? And I know the agents are probably sick and tired of buying exclusive leads, and they find out every single lead in there has been purchased by somebody else. Okay. Not only will we be able to do that for the company, we'll also be able to do that for the agent. Okay, so we'll be able to measure where the sources are coming from for the agent, and we'll also be able to do that for the company. So maybe if we wanted to no longer give our marketing money or marketing dollars to another outbound services, what if because we can measure it, we can compete and compare on our own basis. I mean, how much money can we save US Health or Jason Will by implementing a tool that measures where our leads are coming from? No more chaotic. I mean, in 2020 or 2010, right, it would make sense that you niche down, we sell health insurance, that's all we're focused on doing, versus a lead generation. We sell leads to health insurance agents. That's what we're best at doing. But obviously, I think it's ridiculous that you guys are bidding $70 a lead on Next Gen, and I think Jason also thinks it's ridiculous. And they're just now implementing new things regarding it. And it's 2025, 2026, so, and everyone's in there competing with one another. So I think we could use this to better our payments to actual generating leads. But alrighty, I think that'll sum up this call. We got more exciting stuff on the way. We're pumped, fired up, fired up than I've been since I've been at US Out. Okay, so let's go.